Hip hop gave us a voice. Let's give it a home.
It starts with supporting New York institutions like this, supporting our community, raising our community. This is where we're from. New York to the whole world. The whole world will visit this museum. We're all one hip hop family.
Everybody can donate. The Hip Hop Museum.
I love you. Peace.
The $1, one mic, one movement.
Say good night to the bad guy.
Hey, we can hit the dance floor, we playing tango tag. We can slide on either side, ain't go bad. When we was young, the streets raised us, it ain't no dad. Young lions, the pride rise, not the rainbow flag.
These guys be believing them lies with all this drama. Always stood tall and never been hard to find us. We ain't caught up in design or all the blinders. Know the goal and I'm sticking to it. Got a few soldiers up the road, we gon' get them through it all for one. Or it's nothing, ain't no pick and choosing. I ain't frontin' with this pole, I'ma lift and shoot it. Model, being real in my city's tough pill to swallow. Gotta put a body on your gun and say you did it. Cause if you don't, nigga gon' think, ain't with it. I got caught, went to court with it, gotta quit it. Nigga still call you a pussy, make you relive it.
Let's go. Yo. Shit, I'm breathing right, and every day's a new adventure. A chance to hit the lotto January through December. 80s, baby. Knucklehead, kid that you'd remember. Cool with everybody from Kappa to Schumann Center. I just feel the love, cause I prefer it over feeling hate. No matter what, I'm on catch it like Willie Mays. Blind to it, so I peel the shades. Dad life, grilling steaks, bottle of iron, watching the Steelers play. I'm still amazed how I raised such a special human. Justice for Charlie really is an epic movement. Why?
Yo, what's up, bro? It's your boy Nas God. Hip hop is real. Y'all already know what it is, man. Hip hop is real is here with one of the realest. He got the real in his name, man. And I'm talking about none other than PA's own Real Deal is in the building.
What's good, man? It's your boy Real Deal, the greatest battle rapper to ever come out of Pennsylvania. Yeah, man, just chilling.
Real, man. First off, justice for Charlie. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
And just of course, man, salute to you for just having such a great 2025. I want to start off with saying I saw a post where they're talking about Cody and they're putting out lists and the names and things like that. You are one of those guys that is mentioned as one of the front runners, one of the top guys who's really been cooking. How do you feel, just for the mention and people just to be talking about that right now?
Yo, it's wild, right? Because it's awesome, but and I'm 20 years deep.
Wow.
So it's wild, right? So it's funny when people are like, they talk about battle rappers as if like, you lose a step, like, what I mean? Like it's sports. I'm like, nah, as long as you just keep your ears to the culture, man, you good. And just, adapt with the times without changing who you are. So it's a testament, man, to just being consistent, being who I am. And I really don't change my formula. And, people rock with it. And it's been, I got to give a big shout out to Scoop and Street Talk. 'Cause Scoop definitely, helped facilitate some of these matchups as well. So yeah, man, it's been a huge year, bro. And not even just the opponents I had, but the platforms that I had them on. For example, JC in a small room, Jack Boy on band. You know what I'm saying? I took up and comers like Tex and Hansel. And I always say this, the goalpost is moved for me. Other battle rappers, they can lose and people be like, oh, they showed up for a check. If I get smoked, even if it's a one rounder, like, oh, damn, Real Deal got his ass whooped. And so I'm aware of that. Is it fair? No, but I'm aware of that. So, it makes this year that much more special.
I want to kind of go over it, man. 20 years in the game. You are a vet. You are an OG. You are a legend. You've put on so many, classic performances throughout the year. How now in your 20th season do you still, like, it isn't like basketball, but a lot of people do fall out of love with the game, fall out of love with the way it's coordinated or just the drama or whatever. How do you remain consistent? And for this 20th, like on your LeBron year, you still keeping it where it's like you're still at the top of your game and competing to even be mentioned where, oh no, he might be Cody or in that run.
That's a great question, bro. So like, I love performing battle rap. I love the events. I love the people. I won't lie to you. The love I have for it currently that I is not nowhere near I used to have. I do think there's some things missing in battle rap, man. There just really is, bro. Like there's no two ways about it. I think it's a list of things missing. I want to say that on a year that I am popping, because I don't want people like, oh, he mad, he ain't getting booked. So no, I am getting booked. And I'm telling you as a fan, there's things missing. There's a lot. So my own, I know that I have a duty and responsibility to go in there every time for the people that support me, for the people that and show out. Um, but yeah, as far as I don't want to use to be cliche and use the term hunger or whatever. Like it takes a little bit more to motivate myself. You know what I'm saying? To really like just at this current where we are currently, man. And and somebody was saying earlier when I put this in a post, they said, well, it's always like that. When an older generation, the newer generation come up, and I'm like, I understand what you're saying, but I was there through every era. I was there at the death of the freestyle era. I was doing scribble jam battles when freestyling, when pre-meds was taking over. I was there at the death of grind time, pretty much the death of don't flop or the demise of don't flop, and the quietness of King of the Dot. I've been there through all. I understand. I understood that freestyle battling had to go, that the evolution was here. You know what I'm saying? I understood that the beat had to get taken away. I understood rounds had to get a little longer. But I don't. There's just something really, really missing now. There's a lot of things really missing with battle rap nowadays. I feel like so. Yeah, but with me, I know when I take a battle, I know at the end of the day, I'm Trevor before Real Deal. I gave my word. I'm gonna show, I'm gonna show up time and time and again, and I'm gonna write rounds that entertain me, and that means taking risks. And I wish more battlers would do that nowadays, personally.
Now, you said something so interesting, and I want to kind of, deep dive, do a dive deep on it or a deep dive on this subject, right? You said there's things missing. I'd like you to clarify and let us know what is missing or what do you feel like the game is without. You've been here, you said, since really the inception of this whole culture when they were just freestyling and things like that. So what's missing now in 2025?
So I think one of the things is I don't see as many unique personalities in battle rap. I don't see there's not as many characters. And I don't say I hate, but battle rap gets equated to wrestling a lot. And some of the most nostalgic things we had is when there was characters in wrestling. Now, I get it. So, but and here's the crazy part. I do believe the writing, as far as just bars, is probably at an all-time high. Some of these dudes are amazing, right? But I just wish there'd be more risks being taken. I wish instead of thinking, oh, this bar's fire, this bar's fire, this bar's fire, you would understand that sometimes fans want to leave the performance and think, bro, I was crying laughing in that second round when he was clowning. And think of the things like the Yankee fitted, all these things, they're just missing nowadays. And when you're a fan and you're watching an 8-battle card, I don't want to be ignorant enough to say a lot of battle rappers sound the same, but they do. You know what I'm saying? There seems to be a prevalent formula. And I think that's one thing. Another thing is the lack of competition amongst leagues. So if you go back to wrestling, which wrestling's not battle rap, I get it, but like the biggest pop in the time in wrestling was when WCW was cracking and they had the Monday Night Wars. So when King of the Dot was doing its numbers and URL, and even though you kind of felt bad that they had their little back and forth, it brought something different. I'd love to see more international battlers come onto the scene, man. And I feel like it's a lot. And first of all, I got to tip my cap off, not just because I'm on the card, but like, I feel like without Takeover right now, battle rap would be looking rough. You know what I'm saying? And so for Chilla and Kenny to invest and put these great cards together and these quality and do great business and have these quality cards, they're great. And battle rap is great. I just feel like it's a lot of spinning of the wheels. It's a lot of people battling the same people. And I'm probably guilty of it too, bro. Like I'm probably in the mix because I don't mind getting paid. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is it needs a shot in the arm. And I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if it's a tournament. I don't know if it's like a reality series or something to just look different, a risk. And if it falls flat, it falls flat. But I just feel like I've never felt this way about battle rap where it's just spinning its wheels, bro. In 20 plus years, I just, because even the URL events are random. You know what I'm saying? They pop up with the app stuff, and I don't have a problem with the app. I get it. And iBattle does great work. iBattle has characters, and so maybe some of them need to be elevated. And I don't know, bro. I just like I said, that's just how and it's just inconsistent, bro. There's not a consistent, I don't even know. Like, I guess Takeover right now would be the top league, just saying because URLs is more sporadic. I know they're going down in Nigeria to do something. I don't know. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer about battle rap as I do it and I benefit from it, but just trying to be candid about it.
Okay, you said some key things as far as like originality or just a lack of characters and things like that. I mean, it's I seen Smack recently talk about the oversaturation, too many events happen all at once. No one's able to concentrate on one thing, or there's just so many things happening. We have the most battle rappers ever, I'm sure, in the world that's ever been. So, we do have a lot of people who's involved in the culture. And I do see what you're saying as far as characters. There's a lot of characters, but are people are truly invested in their story? Are people really caring and things like that? And one thing you did say as well is just the styles, as far as like people just doing the same styles. Like there's a formula, there's a cookie cutter. If now the guy wants to be a battle rapper today, there's a formula I could follow. I don't necessarily have to have my own rap style or just be like, oh, this is what I'm delivering to me. And the regions have come together through the internet. So if you're from the West and you're from the South and you're from the North or whatever, we can all kind of copy each other's styles now. We don't have to necessarily, just be this guy, like there's the swamps and there's the certain people who
right. Capo Capo's a breath of fresh air. Right. He's very unique. But look, I'm not above tapping into that formula, right? I'm not. Trust me, I get into people jumped on me because I said punching is the easiest thing. A punch rapper is the easiest rapper you can be. It really is, bro. The formula of 4-bar punches is the easiest formula in battle rap. Now, are there people that do it at an exceptional level? Of course. But if you look at it, if a round is 40 bars and you got 3 haymakers in that round, people are going to think the round was fire. And the reality is 3 out of 40 bars, we get some setup here and there, and all of a sudden they're like, yo, did you hear when bros? And so it's the least risky. You know what I mean? I just wish battle rappers would take more risks, would not be afraid to be, you know what I mean? Not even just, I really push for humor. Like I love funny shit. I love when people, and I love when people like B Magic say funny shit. Like the people that you don't like, because they're actually the goods is hilarious, right? And some of these people are the funniest people outside of battle rap too. So I think I would, like I said, I think the formula, like you hit the nail on the head, it's very cookie cutter. It's very easy to copy and paste. And writing, what's hurting battle rappers now is writing is at an all-time high. So there's a lot of good punchline rappers that are just getting lost in the shuffle. And 5 years ago, they would have actually got pushed harder. But you know what I mean? Like Los Prim is an elite puncher to me. Elijah Straight, elite. Like they are now getting to put people, but to be able to write that level of punches right now, there's not a lot that can do it. So why not take the risk and tap into something else that you're good at? Like I said, be funny or whatever. And it's not even just about street jiv or non-street shit, whatever. It's like you said, there's a formula. And that's why when we do see a Jay the Nightwing have a year like this, that's why we're like, yo, this is what battle rap needs. When we see Anderson Burris doing all these numbers, this is something that battle rap should look more into, right? And so, yeah, again, I don't want to be a pessimist, but It's just a lot of uncertainty too, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You don't know what direction leagues are going, other than just putting big cars together. So
Now, real, I need you to help me out, right? You are OG. You've been in the game. You've seen the ups and downs. You've seen leagues come and go. You've seen new leagues develop and take over and all of these things, right? From your insight, if you can think of, where you could see it or would see it go, what would be an ideal space for battle rap? Like from Scribble Jam, all you've seen it, you've watched it, you could, I believe if you really think about it, right, you can kind of give us an insight of what a good, what I'm saying, situation would be for battle rap. Is it money? Is it a bigger broadcasting? Is it,
money
or is it
motivates. That's
okay?
that's one big thing, right? And I saw a post earlier, and I want to preface that this is no shade to Cassidy. I think Cassidy's incredible in what he brings to the, but my man said Cassidy basically has done all this promo work. He outworks all these battlers, and I'm like, bro, Cassidy battles once a year. Cassidy is
If that, no,
paid,
he hadn't battled
yeah,
since 2021.
50 times what we're paid. So you pay me that, and I don't got to battle 10, 12 times. I'm going to go on the craziest promo run. You know what I'm saying? And again, this is not because Cassidy is incredible for battle rap. And so some people are like, well, he's getting other eyes on. I'm like, Cassidy's a platinum selling rapper. Like, why are we forgetting that? Like, which actually speaks more to Cassidy as a person, because people don't treat him as much of a platinum selling rapper. They treat him as a regular battler. And he, you know what I mean? Which any other platinum selling artist that came down and battled, they would treat him like a platinum selling rapper, right?
Yeah,
They'd give him that
yeah.
much leeway. If it was Lloyd Banks, they would give him so much leeway. Cassidy, he has battled enough now that he won't get that same leeway. So that's a cap tip to him. But to get back to your question, and it's weird for me to say this because I would have been totally against it probably 5, 6 years. I would love to see battle rap get pushed to a television program where there's a show. Like, remember they had the joint, Royce and Joe Budden had the Slaughter joint, right? And
Total
that way we
Slaughter.
could see, yeah, we could see some character development. We could, they could bring a camera crew around their neighborhood. They could bring a around their, I don't know, maybe, their workplace, whatever. Just we could develop more character, and that would break from the monotony of the same formulas being used. And yeah, maybe at the end there is. Now I know obviously URL and different leagues have tried to talk to TV. I know battle rap is a hard, but if you can get them on any kind of, there's Tubi, Peacock, all that shit. If you can get them on any kind of battle on TV without watering down our product, and allow for character development, and allow, you know what I'm saying, some elimination and some whatever, make it more of a show that attracts fans. That would probably be something new and cool. You know what I'm saying? That would be something new and cool, I think.
What do you consider the golden era of battle rap?
It's a great question. Ooh, man, those early. So Grind Time was great, but it's such a short-lived prime, because really Grind Time was great. 08, 09, 10 started to fizzle. By 12, it was a joke of itself. Those early URL years, man, that 2012 to 2016 was great. It was just really where you know what I mean? You got to see the big stages come out, and I believe that's when the first Summer Madness people started coming back and bringing that excitement and crowds of, if I just shooting from the hip, man, I would probably say that 2012 to 2016. And I come back to how big Don't Flop was at the time. Man, they had those Blood in the Water events. I'm telling you, full room, full second row, like bro, Don't Flop had like Ed Sheeran was at events, and Tinchy Strike. Yeah, bro. Ed Sheeran was at like Don't Flop events, rocking the shirts. And to think about it, right? 2012 to 20, Cardi B's a ring card girl, like, right? King of
Drake
the
is
Dot.
around.
Drake is
Everybody
is
come.
is doing the King of the Dot. You know what I mean?
Diddy,
Like, there was
Buster. Yeah.
an all-time excitement, right? So we're not gonna mention Diddy, but he was all But no, if I had to go, I would say. But there's been some other. The era that followed that right up was great. You know what I mean? The 2016, I believe, gave us the A awards, and the 2020. I just saw a picture the other day, bro. The class of 2020 rappers is like Kid Chaos, Jay the Nightwing,
Easy, Swamp.
oh,
Yeah, no, it was crazy. That 2020 class
yo,
was
I'm so
retarded.
glad you mentioned Swamp, bro. He's such a breath of fresh air, bro. And I don't know if I'm just fascinated because he got the Southern like style of talk, but he was in the one battle with just like no shirt and overalls, just like, yo, like that sounded very pause like
He
on my
battled
end, but
him
I
with
don't even care,
cowboy
bro.
boots and a
Like,
cowboy hat. Like that's like I don't think we've ever seen that
it's a
like that.
character though. If I'm a producer of some show or whatever, I want him on my program. You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, I would go 2012 to 2016, but there was a lot of other, but the most battles I watched were probably in the early grind time era. And then the most excited I was about the entire scene was probably that 2012 to 2016.
No, I agree. I agree. I think it was like it brought. I think with the Lux and Calico, it brought a lot of people back to
Mm,
battle rap who probably just wasn't sure that it was still bubbling. Because I'll be say that safe to say I'm one of those people. You know what I'm saying? When I created my platform, I didn't know battle rap was on the level it was at in 2013. So when I
mm,
got introduced to all these battles, and I didn't even know URL existed in 2013. So like when I was like, yo, there's this many new battle rappers, this many. Hollow the Don became
yeah.
a GOAT in that era. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Lux and Hollow's matchups, and that was the return of a lot of these legends too. While the
Right.
new legends are being built up. You know what I'm saying? King of the Dot and URL, and like you said, Don't Flop, and Gracie's and Big Can and
Yeah, yeah,
Big
yeah.
Ken. You know what
I
I'm
love
saying? Their
Gracie,
league, like
man.
I felt like it was just a lot of different leagues giving you a lot of different energy.
So,
You
bro,
know what I'm saying? Black
Australia
Ice
had a league.
Cartel. Every
Australia had a league down there, bro. And 360, who's the battle rapper from Australia, was on the cover of Rolling Stone down there, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like now we look at international battle rap, we're like Shotty Horror, who is great, is amazing. But man, there was a time where Shotty was in a group of, what I mean, those world domination events at King of the Dot were great. And people are like, we're so ignorant. We're like, where's Disaster been? This dude fell off. Disaster's killing it. Bro's battling in Poland, Germany. He's going all over the world battling some of their biggest battlers, branching himself out. I just think like, like I said, man, I would love to see, I don't know. I don't have a quick fix for it. And I know that for a fact that URL had tried to speak to some people in, Netflix, but I have a feeling that it is going to get some traction at some point. I would just hate, because I know anytime I've been on TV or battle rap for some kind of, you have to, like, that's why DNA is so good at those wrestling ones, right? He knows exactly, he's not going in with the most intense, crazy. He has to make it digestible. So I don't want that to happen. There's no slight about DNA or DMX. I said DNA, he's a genius for doing that. But I would love to, if we could keep it, the content as raw as possible. You know what I mean? That would be something cool. If another thing that would help, and this is if were able to lure another legend into battle rap, a non-battle rapper. And another reason is I'm tired of them talking shit from a bird's eye view, like they could just step in battle rap and smoke some shit and walk out. Like you will get the shit beat down your leg. Like, and I listed 5 rappers I think who would have success. And when I say success, I mean they'd be good, but they'd have to take a while to be Royce the 5'9", Benny, uh, Eminem, and I say that because he's so studious too to the game, right? So Royce, Benny. I think I had Joyner. I think Joyner would be good, and I think Black Thought. I think those 5. But all these other rappers, yo, I look like I might want to do a battle. Like, bro, don't do that to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. I don't want to go on that soapbox, but that would be something that would draw some interest too, right?
let me ask you this, right? What's your thoughts on the rise of social media, Twitter Spaces, Instagram, and just I guess the super controversial era. I feel like battle rap is filled with a lot of drama. It's not just about battles anymore. Now it's about your lifestyle. It's about who said this to who, and you know, needless to say, people say the bloggers this, that, and the third, but nobody talks about anything unless it's fueled by the actual artist. Like
For
I would just
sure.
say, you know, like yes, the bloggers, everybody play their role, but the whole thing is about you guys. I mean, now we have blogger wars and a whole bunch. Like it's definitely spun off to other things. But you know, what's your thoughts on, I guess, how controversial battle rap has become? How sometimes
Uh,
messy, and you know, like just everything else that's come with that. Is
yeah,
it good? Is it bad? What's your feelings on that?
so I'm not a fan of it. I get the again, I keep going back. Battle rap has wrestling aspects of it. And wrestling, you got to build up storylines. And I miss the days where you just revealed an angle in a round and then that was breaking news. A la Big K, Adi Boom, whatever, Cortez's iconic third rounds. And now you already know about it. You know it's going to get brought up. You just got to, and it goes on for days. It's not my favorite. I understand the desire. Battle rap, we're always C-list, D-list celebrities, so we're very approachable. I hate to even put celebrity with a battle rapper, but like, and that's also become a thing, right? So, you know, the space is situated. Like, I don't follow as much, but if you're an up and coming battler, you do benefit from going in the spaces and whatever, what have you. I don't love the messiness of
Yeah, like Eunice was born out of the spaces, just to add on.
right, and he's great. He's great. So like I get it. But I think that I look at people like Capo, who does incredible promo. He's not very messy with it. He's funny, if anything. Like I don't Anderson Burris. Like I don't necessarily think, you know, especially when you start to talk about like violence or like, you know what I mean, cases that have been like some people that are on some people's jacket or might be, or and it gets like I don't like when I see something involving, you know, the R word, like great, you know what I mean, or anything, you know, I'm a school teacher and a father. Like I don't look at that as like, ooh, some exciting drama. I'm like, yo, ugh, you know what I mean? Like this person should not be rapping if this is the case or have anything to do with. So yeah, and like you hit the nail on the head, right? You it's not like bloggers just make stuff up. So clearly, you know, any drama we've kind of created ourselves. Um, yeah, it's not my favorite part. I understand that there's a need for it, you know, to bring eyes and you know create real tension, but it's not especially when it goes on for days and you know
Yeah.
you see but I hate one of my biggest things I hate is when two battle rappers are talking back and forth. Like take Tay Rock and Easy, and they're you know chirping at each other, and it'd be random people in the comments just talking crazy about the battler. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
It
that's what I'm
gets it
saying. Tay
gets
Rock.
very disrespectful. I think
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, he's
maybe,
a
and I don't want to leave it strictly to battle rap. I think it's a society thing now because now the fans are so able to talk to you guys, and because I see it with you know high level celebrities or Jim
mm,
Jones with Nas and what he said, the people get very disrespectful and talk like the most egregious, disgusting.
bro.
Like
You know what's
they have
funny
no
though?
chill button, real.
With battle rap, someone will be like, "Yo, real deal, shut your bitch ass up," and you be like, "Yo, why are you talking to me? Like, oh, you a battle rapper? You soft now? I thought battle rappers was like, bro, I didn't. We didn't sign a contract for you to disrespect me, bro. Like, and that's how they be. Oh, battle rap's gone soft. Like, I'll have people comment on my shit like, battle rap's gone. So real deal blocked me because I said, yeah, I blocked you, bro. Like, that's a weird approach. Like, you know what I mean? Do you go up and punch boxers when they're walking down the street? Like, what are you talking about? Like.
A lot of times it'd be like, yo, I didn't even, you know, I didn't even know you was gonna say nothing back, yo. Nah, I'm a fan. I rock with you though, real talk.
Bro, that's the dog. There is I've had some of the funniest interactions, bro. Like, and I literally, I mean, we could be here all day about something because I do respond back, bro. Like, I'm petty. Like, bro, I've had times where I've responded on YouTube to a video 15 years ago. You know what I mean? And just like, I don't know why. I got better shit to do, but sometimes I find a little window. So yeah, that's always funny when they come back with that too. Oh no, I'll rock with you. I'm like,
So this is the era we're in now, right? I want to update to this conversation. I just wanted to kind of pick your brain because you have been in the game for so long. I wanted to get some insight. But now, not only are you having a wonderful year, you're doing your thing. You're on the biggest card. So a lot of people saying this is the biggest card of the year just because of the hype, the energy, everything with Cassidy and what's going on with him and Eazy, right? Being on this card and it being called Philadelphia and you being a part of it, what does that mean to you at this point?
The name of it, Philadelphia, doesn't mean anything to me. I mean, it being in Philadelphia, I'm not from Philadelphia. That also doesn't mean a lot to me. As much as I say this, I say it with my full chest, I am the greatest battle rapper to ever come out of Pennsylvania. It's not like I run around with Pennsylvania pride like crazy. I'm more Pittsburgh, more anything. But being a part of this card does mean a lot to me. And it's an honor, like I said, 20 years deep, that a lot of people could have been put on this card and whatever. So to have the year that I've had and to be asked to join this card and have that opportunity, that is the whip. I'm like, okay, that's super fire, especially to end out the year with so many incredible battlers on there. Jay, A Ward, Chilla, you know what I'm saying? So, and of course, and again, full circle to the Cassidy conversation earlier, his promo is exceptional. So not only does he bring eyes to the game, his promo brings eyes to the game. That, you know what I mean? I'm honored to be able to sit at a table with Cassidy and Eazy that have put down with Takeover and be able to eat. Like I said, I'm extremely grateful for that.
So the outcome for the battle, right? Before we get to that, right? As far as you and Chef Trez, how do you feel about your win-loss ratio this year and your performances, and how important is the Chef Trez battle to you to get a win in that
Not
big
only do I
build?
so not only do I believe I had a great year, I haven't lost. Not only have I not lost,
That's what I wanted to hear.
I'm not having lost, bro. I have not lost. Not only have I not lost, my opponents have shown up and had very good performances. Now, if you take the 2 1-rounders out, which even though they were both fire, I think I have a candidate for round of the year, my 3rd round against Twerk, which Twerk was great in that battle. I think the back and forth with me and Miss Hustle was top 3 battles of that weekend. It's definitely probably behind Ill and Jay. And I mean, it's really that battle has everything from it has even like compliments and charm to like the small room JC on 9 days prep. You know what I'm saying? Being one of the first battlers to that Jack Boy fucks up on band. He's the king of band, and he doesn't make it through the 3rd. You know what I'm saying? And even JC's 3rd, he's got to run half his round. But like, you know what I'm saying? And here I am on 9 days prep. Jack Boy, I want to say was it 2 weeks prep or something? It was also short prep. URL. I'll tell you the one I might be most proud of is battling Arsenal in the worst crowd that ever exists in crowds, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I was there.
bro, I'm talking about just like people just staring at you and that's harder to get through. People think it's hard to get through your shit when fans keep interrupting you. That gives you extra time. You get marinate, you can let your personality flex. But when you up there rapping, motherfuckers just staring at you. And like, you know what I mean? And you like, yo, and so for me to finally pull reaction out of them by the 3rd round. So anyway, every battle I've had has had some unique, incredible. I battled Slim Buck in a 1-rounder in the UK to replace his opponent on 20 hours prep and smoked shit. So I say that to say, I don't want to say I'm not making a run every year at champion, but this one seems to be like the cards lined up.
And
Chef
just hearing,
just
to add on, just hearing the people actually, like you said, you're not putting yourself in the champion conversation. The fans are, the people are.
And like I said, I battle rap. There's a lot of connections and cool kids table stuff going on, and that's not a slight. I'm not always at them cool kids tables, so I might not get the looks next year or what have you. I've already said this for the last 20 years, and I've proved it. I have the skill level to compete with anyone who's ever battle rapped. I'm not saying the best battle rapper now, who has ever laced them up. So, but whether I get those looks or not, I understand. I'm not like everybody's ducking me. Like I get it. Chef Trez is a very important battle because he's remarkably consistent, insanely entertaining. You know what I'm saying, for what he does, and he's high value. He's a great name to add to a resume, and he's risky. So like, he's not a name that might take the day off, but they're a bigger name. He's a name that's gonna show up, pack a lunch every fucking time, pack a lunch. So it just fits
He
my
might be one of
personality
your most
more.
dangerous opponents of the year, to be honest. I'm just
And
in my opinion.
yeah, and it just fits my personality more to take a battler like that on the last month, right? So, and again, I'm not going to name other battlers, but there are battlers that sometimes show up and they I don't know if they got debts to pay or bills to pay or whatever. They can just go through the motions, and he's not one of them. I'll put it that way. So,
And he's so battle tested. He battles every week. He battles the big names, the small, like everything in between. What I guess is your mindset going into this battle, knowing how big the crowd is gonna be, and battling somebody like Chef Trez, who might start off with 3 of them things off rip, and going first is gonna matter. I know you can freestyle as well. Like, what's
that's
your
what I was
mind?
gonna say, right? So here's the thing, man. I'm gonna be candid with you. The freestyle shit don't impress me as much, man. Like, it does not. And here's my thing I'm gonna say. Can Chef Trez freestyle? Yeah. I came up freestyling. The reason I'm here is because I won tournaments to get into Scribble Jam. I won a tournament in Cleveland dressed in fucking Steeler attire to get a spot in Scribble Jam. So fucking freestyling ain't impressive to me. And here's the other thing, man. If you going
That's
at
3
least,
of them. I know real deal, but he's Mr. 3 of them. He's the new GOAT of freestyle.
so if you gonna give him 3, we quit freestyling because we were aggressively timed. Where them flips, if they fell, that your time didn't stop. So he getting a couple early extra punches at the beginning of the round. I'm not. I mean, it's a pick. I mean, he's pulling a quarter from behind your ear, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. And again, that's my dog. But I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not as impressed. Like, it's weird that we've come to. I don't say weird, but it's odd we've come to this generation of battle rap fans now. They're like, that was off the top of his head. When I battle rap, you got booed for writing. Motherfuckers booed you off stage if that shit seemed too seamless. So I'm like, forgive me if I don't worship at the altar of Chef Trez 3 of them things. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether they're good or not, if it keep his time running, then you want to really put the pressure on him. We doing 2 with a 2:30 cutoff or whatever. Keep that time running, because at the end of 3 of them things, he's down to about 1:40. That shit better hit. Or else you just let him get some free jabs on me and I could freestyle too. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna bring some entertainment.
I love that breakdown, real deal. All right, real deal. So I give no F's about none of that
Man,
freestyle
come
stuff.
on, man. This is people nowadays impressed by anything, man.
Do you think you're a better freestyler than Chef Trez? Then I'm gonna ask that.
Currently, no. Give me a couple weeks to really hone in and get back where I was. Who knows? Now look, he does it because it's almost like the fans demand it now. It's like when Shotgun was doing all the
It's like
pocket.
his superpower, Chef Trez.
Yeah, but it's also like his, you know what I mean? He got to do it. Like, now he's got, if he don't do it, there's this, oh, he didn't give us 3 of them things. And I'm like, hey man, if you really want to make a statement, don't freestyle at all. Show me that your pen can fuck with my pen. Because if you taking what I just said and you find there's a million things that correlate with a million other things. If you really want to impress me, keep your time running. Don't stop his time. If I say something chef with the apron hat, and he starts out, he says something about an apron hat. Don't stop his fucking time. Let that shit move, because it's better hit. And then by the third one, let's see, you know what I mean? Now, we at the gun to a gunfight. So yeah,
you're on that type of time where it's like, you play chess with the clock. Like, you ain't got time to think. The clock is on you, Chef. I ain't playing that.
There we go, bro. Because
and
this is all I've my biggest criticism of rebuttals and flips. And I've rebutted and flipped myself. I got some amazing ones this year, actually, like the Eddie Winslow one against Arsenal when he named the wrong person. I got the one against Jack Boy. Like, I'm telling you, man, now I'm not going to do 3, but I write and perform and do what I want, what entertains me. I'm not, if motherfuckers is like, real deal, I hope every battle you bring that same. If I feel like it, if not,
right.
And that's the difference. I think Trez is handcuffed to having to do 3 of them things. And that's a lot of pressure, man. And I'm just saying, I'm going to amp up the pressure. I'm going to look right at the time, the phone, when he starts these fucking 3 of them things. I'm like, all right, man, there's one.
Now, the battle is next Saturday. You
Mhm.
know, I'm hearing it's gonna be pit style, but elevated stage, 1,000 people in the building, all of that. How prepared are you? How are you feeling about your material and everything?
The first thing you said is pit style. I just so happen to be from the pit. You know what I'm saying? So, how do I feel about my material? I like it. It entertains me. You know what I'm saying? That's the now again, of course, as battle rappers, we hit up our people and we run our rounds. And so I haven't really got into that stage about seeing like people whose opinion I care about. But I write rounds every time to check every box. Am I punching? Yes. Do I have cadence switches? Yes. Is there some funny shit? Yes. Is there some wordplay? Yes. Do I have some mean shit? Yes. I want anybody that's in that building, whether it's 1,000 people or 10,000 people, to have a favorite part of my performance. I don't want it to be like, deal with snapping or fire emoji. I want it to be like, yo, I was crying laughing this, or damn, he said some wild shit or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I truly enjoy my material. I really, really, really do. You know what I mean? And we're going to see.
So you're locked in right now. You feel like if it was the battle was today, would you be ready?
Oh, I'd be fucked. I'd
Oh,
be
okay.
smoked. Yeah, I'm not. No, fuck no. I'd get killed. I'd be freestyle. I'd do 28 of them things. Like
That's funny. That's
shit.
funny.
No, I got to get to the memorization, which is every
Okay,
battler's
okay,
least
okay.
favorite, except Trez. I seen he said something recently. I'm not even trying. He was like, "Yo, memorization comes like this for him." So I envy him for that.
Right.
But no, I got to get the memorization down and go through it. And you know what I'm saying? I have a routine, a ritual, which helps me kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of get through and transition parts, all those kinds of things. I certainly got to get my practice game on. So, but as far as the writing, you know what I'm saying, I'm certainly good a week out. But I have to, yeah, preparation. I gotta lock in. The memorization. I say this every time. I am when people commend me for not fucking up or whatever, I'm like, man, I'm more fortunate than anything. It can happen to any battler on any given time, and I hate it every time. Like, so knock on wood, but I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna do my part for sure.
Now, when this is a question I always ask all battlers and things like that. But you look at Chef Trez. To you, is he your toughest opponent this year? And what do you feel like you do that's just better than Chef Trez?
I don't think he's my toughest opponent this year. Um, I think I would say Twerk. Because Twerk just really has he has something, and I said it in my round. I mean, it's him, Pat Stay. There's maybe 2 other ones that you're like when they came in like like a fucking wreck. Like you're like, oh my god, this is something to see, and he is someone to see, and he just has this presence about him, that kind of situation. Murder Mook isn't that, you know what I mean? So I would respectfully I would say Twerk. Hustle was tough too because not only is she a good battler, but I didn't know how my shit would be received because I thought it was funny. But I'm glad the crowd thought it was funny too. Like, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? What do I do better than Trez? I write better than him by a fucking country mile. I have more to my arsenal than him, more to my, more to my skill set than him. What he does better than me is freestyle right now, but that's his thing. You know what I mean? He goes to that. That's his thing. So he's a better freestyler and rebuttaler right now. But as far as angling, we're not even in the same ballpark. You know what I'm saying? I can do every style of rap. You know what I mean? From struggle bars to street shit, funny shit, clown shit, roast shit, name flips. I don't know that I don't know that he's seeing me in that arena, but he can definitely freestyle and he can rebuttal.
Um, I'm very much looking forward to see what you guys are able to do there on that stage. Now I wanna ask you, man. Of course, the battle that a lot of people are talking about, the main event. People are going crazy. You see the stories, tell-alls, all types of things are happening, right? What was your thoughts on the face-off, and how much of this promo is going to have an effect on the battle between Cassidy and Eazy, in your opinion?
As far as the face off, bro, all I really saw was the yelling. I hate this. There was probably a lot of it, but the basically it got into just like you pussy, you pussy, you pussy. So I didn't really. I know that Easy's or he's basically saying Easy's not from Philly, and I gotta say, man, I have a lot of respect for Easy because the irony I was gonna say he's an easy target. But the reason is he's so many high profile things with him, right? From the Remy stuff, and then he starts the league, the beef with URL, and people are clamoring to battle him because he's his name and he brings attraction, and the angles kind of write themselves if you just decide to go that route. So I have a lot people don't understand how hard that is to write from a defensive standpoint, like Easy, and Cassidy obviously is going to be able to put a lot of people in the building. Uh, I don't know. I mean, here's my thing. I think Cassidy, the both of them are smart enough not to show their whole hand in a face-off, right? So you got to imagine that both of them have some kind of trick up their sleeve or some kind of ace. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't. I would say the face-offs are just merely for entertainment. If anything, the seed has been planted about him not being from Philly. So I'm sure he'll elaborate on that. But it was smart of him to plant the seed because now we're starting to talk about Pottsville and whatever. You know what I mean? So they're very smart of Cassidy, very very calculated. You know what I mean?
As far as Easy, right? He's playing the role where he's not talking, and he's allowing everybody else to talk and do the conversations, and allowing Cassidy to have this dominant promotional run. Is that gonna have an effect, or is that an Easy's benefit?
I very much think it's his benefit. You know why? You're not gonna out obnoxious, loud, yell, and work Cassidy in that. So don't. Don't. You're not going to out. He's going to make the minute you meet him on this screaming, he's going to calmly sit down and be like, look at him, look at him, look at him. You know what I mean? Like, and you're going to look crazy. I think Easy's brilliant for that. Just sits back, and now we got to wonder. You know what I mean? So he's giving us intrigue. He's making us think. Whereas if he got out of character, start yelling back, you know what I mean? Which he did some of, whatever. But no, I think it's smart. I think it's the way to play it. You're not going to beat him in that arena of screaming. So you have to play you got to play your hand to the best of your ability. And so, being quiet, I think that's the way to go.
Now, another part of the conversation, people saying Cassidy might be doing too much or revealing too much or saying too much, and that might be in his detriment. Is that true in your opinion, or is Cassidy just arming himself and disarming Easy? Because a lot of people are saying that as well. He's already taking a lot of his believability factor and creating all of these things that he has to defend, and now he doesn't know which way Cassidy's going to attack. But is that a benefit for Cassidy to keep doing what he's doing, or should he pull back a little bit, or he's revealing too much?
No, I think it was super smart of him to plant the seeds. Now, I promise you, once the battle starts, as much as we've gone through this back and forth in our head, it won't matter until they start rapping, right? So the idea, yeah, sure, Cassidy's saying all these things, he's got to defend it all. And then Easy starts rapping and doesn't defend any of it and just attacks. We will immediately think of what he's saying to Cassidy, and we will not be thinking like, well, hold on, bro, you have not debunked that. We'll just be glued to hear what he's got to say, and then we will see what if Cassidy can retort, right? So I think it would be a mistake if Easy went up there for 3 rounds and you said in your promo that I do this. Well, the reason I like people, for the minute you start rapping, we just want to hear what you have to say. It's cool to debate about it now, like, but I don't want to hear you start around off like, okay, I lived in Pottsville when I was 2, but I was born in Philly. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Smarter Cassidy to plant the seed real quick, and then obviously he's probably going to expound in some way, But I think we are the ones that are going to overthink whether he's debunked or like or retorted yet.
What's your opinion? Because that's another conversation on Cassidy's rap style, what he brings as a battler. You know, I've seen a lot of people, say he's not good or he's not, up to date or, what I'm saying, this, that, and the third. There's a lot of conversation with why Eazy's going to win or, what I'm saying, things of that nature. You being, somebody who really understands the game and strategy and really understand the sport of battle rap or, the entertainment aspect of battle rap. What's your true opinion on Cassidy's style and his abilities in the ring as a battler?
Well, I'll tell you, one thing is supreme confidence can be more important than bars. Cassidy has supreme fucking confidence. Somebody brought up that video the other day where he's like, wipe your tissue with your butt, it's not happening. And he was like, that was hard. He don't give a fuck what you think. He has supreme confidence to the fact he will make you second guess if what you just heard was whack. Like, I feel like I heard that, but he don't give a fuck. He has supreme confidence in what he's put together.
And he's never lost a battle.
And that goes with the supreme confidence aspect, right? Now, do I feel like, he will get now I know I said earlier he doesn't get the leeway of the platinum rapper, but he definitely gets a little more grace than the average battle rapper, right? He definitely will let him slide on some shit before we let something to be transparent. But the more he battles, that that kind of thing closes. I think he has supreme confidence, bro. He has like he does not care if the fans are like, is that a defeat? Like he don't give a shit about that. And so that works to his benefit. His delivery is one of my favorite deliveries, maybe not even in just battle rap, in rap in general. Just the way he enunciates, the way, he scrunch faces his own shit. Like, and those two things, man, you can have the greatest bars of all time, but those fucking two things are really, really, really powerful. Like, and he doesn't get overly excited, and he doesn't get over, like, he stays in this, you know what I mean? And just, he's tough. He's tough. Like, you know what I mean?
Now, with everything happening in between with these guys and all the conversation, how, I want your prediction, and we're going to go down the rest of the card. But for this main event, what's your prediction? How do you see it going down next Saturday?
I'm going to go easy. I'm going to say Eazy 2-1. I think that Eazy realizes the opportunity this is for him. I was there in the building when he battled Reed. Unfortunately, Eazy is always at the forefront of some drama or whatever, so we forget that he's actually, he's a great performer, and he's loves battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has built some shit. He left URL and really put some shit together. However you want to say it worked out or whatever. And have you noticed, like, man, he's appreciative of other battlers that he battles, that puts on great performance. So he's very studious. And I got Eazy 2-1.
Okay. Let me ask this one last thing with this battle. What do you think about Cassidy saying he's a one-syllable rapper and that's not going to be able to beat him? Is that true in your opinion, or just the syllable thing in general?
I'll be honest, and maybe I haven't seen as much Eazy. I didn't see Eazy doing a lot of one-syllabic things, but I will say, I've always told people, and I feel like a nerd when I say it, like, if you be doing some one-syllabic, you got to step that shit up. Like, I can't, especially if it's a rap, I'm waiting for a two-syllable rap. You know what I mean? If I'm like something, something spaghetti, something, something, something she, and you're like, what the fuck? Oh, the end of it? Oh, it's like so anticlimactic. So I've personally have not heard. You gotta really swag up some bars to one syllabic. To, like, Pat Stay, you mad right now? He wants to do this so bad, but like, there gotta be a fucking method to the madness of one syllabic shit.
Okay. I want to get your opinion on a few other battles on this card as well. We're gonna start out with Chilla Jones versus Rosenberg Raw.
That's so tough. Oh, that's tough. Again, two battlers from the golden era, two characters, one of the greatest schemers of all time versus one of the most just like I'll rap about punch you in the face and look like I'll punch you in the face, and it'll just be so easy to listen to on the ears. Like, I love both these guys too. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go Chilla 2-1, but man, that's tough. Rosenberg is fucking tough. That Ill Will performance alone is crazy.
Facts. K Walker versus XL.
K Walker, big home court advantage, huge, and that's like probably to me the biggest home court on the crowd, and that's because K Walker not only is from Philly, he's respected in Philly. Like they fuck with him from the battle, and he's dope. You know what I mean? It's not like he's just like they fuck with him heavy. I love XL. He writes really intricate shit, but man, he might have to pull a rabbit out of a fucking hat. I got K Walker 2-1. That's a tough home court to
Right. They call K Walker the mayor of Philly. So
look, man, and good dude, like.
Facts.
But you see, he's getting brought up in random interviews that motherfuckers
Right.
are like, "Yo, ask K Walker about me," and they're like, "It's like Cassidy and shit." I'm like, "That's crazy." Like, yeah.
Charlie Clips versus Vixen the Assassin, the only lady who's going to be gracing the stage in the card.
Give me Clips. Give me Clips. Give me Clips. I think Clips humor, again, he's an ultimate entertainer. I know that some people have felt a way about maybe a couple performances, whatever, what have you, but I feel like Clips knows what's at stake for this. And I think Clips really has the power to remember we just talked about one celeb. Clips could probably say some one syllabic shit and get people to eat it out of their hand, like his hand. He has that much charisma and whatever. I got Clips. I'm gonna say Clips 3-0. And Vixen has been really, really good, and she's been doing some great shit. I feel like she might run into the Clips that she didn't want. So let me go against I'm gonna go Clips. As the YouTube comments of old would say, Charlie
I
Clips
think
3-0.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been doing a lot of these predictions. You're one of the few that have picked Clips. A lot of people feel like Clips play too much. So we're gonna hold this one.
Two things can be true. Two things can be true.
Very true. O-Red versus Sheet Happens.
Oh man, O-Red is one of the most. He's fucking so good, and people forget it sometimes. And he just comes out and reminds motherfuckers like, Sheet is fire. Sheet is super fire. Give me Red 2-1. But that's a good one. That's a good battle. Give me the Transformer 2-1.
Let's get it. Bill Collector versus Snake Eyes. I don't know if you've seen the face off that's going up. Salute to Jay Black. But yeah, Bill Collector.
Oh, I can imagine they went crazy. Bill Collector, William the Gatherer versus Snake Eyes. And Snake Eyes just had a great performance against Rex. Snake Eyes, another one. You talk about A1 promo game, like a character, you know what I'm saying? This has potential to be a fucking funny battle too. Like accidentally, I feel like Bill's more intentionally funny. I just feel like Snake Eyes will accidentally be funny a lot of times. Bill's tough. Weird to say it to Philly, but I don't see that as a home court for Bill as much. I know he's not from Philly, but like I don't think it'll be a huge home court for Bill. And Snake Eyes, New York's right there, so I don't see it. That's a tough one. Let's go Bill 2-1, but that's tough. That's really fucking tough.
Reed Dollars versus Cortez.
Reed has one of the most digestible flows in battle rap history. Great rhymer. I mean, obviously, I feel like his old rap just went viral again, like last week. That one where he's just staring at the camera and shit. I say that to say Cortez 3-0. I say that to say that, and I'm not in.
Sheesh.
I can't, bro. Remember I said that dog shit crowd I battled in front of? Cortez had a fucking classic somehow in front of that crowd. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he was amazing.
I don't know when and why it became like acceptable to downplay Cortez's whatever the fuck. Cortez is one of the most dangerous, insanely good battle rappers of all time. Like, and Reed can rap Reed raps very well. Reed says some cold shit. I just feel like Cortez will put 3 rounds together and is a tough draw. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that Reed, and this is no slight, I don't know. I feel like Reed goes into battles more to just rap and be dope. And Cortez goes in to surgically pick you apart. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I love Reed. I'd love to be wrong. You know, I love Cortez as my guy too, but but I'm gonna say 3-0. I'm gonna say 3-0 Cortez.
Hey man, Real Deal's not holding back. He's the only one that so far I'm doing all these predictions. That's like I don't know 2-1 either way. Thank you, Real Deal.
I'm gonna shoot from the hip.
A Ward versus Jada Nightwing, 2 other guys that are also in the run for that Cody.
Well, here comes a battle of the year candidate. That's an easy call. Here comes a fucking battle of the year candidate. God damn, is this tough? So this is the only one I'm gonna claim clear bias. Like A Ward, I love Jay. That's a friend of mine. That's my man. A Ward is like one of my best friends. Like so I can't. There's no way I can bet against him. I'm gonna say 2-1 Ward. I'm going to admit it's gonna be biased. But you're also looking at not only 2 of the Cody people, just 2 of the best battlers out right now. What Jay the Nightwing has been able to do with sticking to his guns, mind you, there was an event, I want to say in 2016, 17, we went out to Oregon and this dude booked this mega card and he ain't have half our deposits. So none of these battles saw the light of day. I saw Jay battle JC outside. And I said, if this motherfucker does not get put in front of some people, this is the biggest travesty that ever happened in battle rap. A couple years later, I could not have been more proud to see him fucking ascend to the levels. He's literally some of my favorite round. I mean, his battle of the year candidate. Like, yeah, he's incredible. A Ward, what he's been able to do in the time he's been, like, the fact that he got Smack to bend, URL to bend, and debut on Summer, like, come on, bro. Come on.
In London and all that. That's crazy.
And again, I love this battle, bro. This will be battle of the night. This will be battle of the night. And I got Ward 2-1. This will be battle of the night.
Fire. Rum Nitty versus Loso, 2 other guys whose potential Cody runs as well.
Right. And dude, with Loso's, I think Loso's right now somewhere battling. He'll battle 10 minutes from now and then 20 minutes after. Like, Loso is...
He probably got the most battles this year than anybody.
Insane, bro. Insane. And I also want to say, Loso, if he loses or when he loses, whatever, he's held to the same standards as me. People don't forget when Loso, because he tries so hard all the time. So he knows that. So he takes that risk every single fucking time. What a fucking year for Loso. Whew. Rum Nitty is not only so good, but the fans almost look at him in mythical proportions now. You know what I mean? He's almost like the fucking...
He's not
unicorn.
human anymore. He's an
That's
alien.
what, like, fans are like, he's the standard of punching. And now by doing what he's been able to do, he has the fans listening twice as hard, which is a testament. And so, man, that's tough. I'm gonna go against the grain and say Loso 2-1. I'm going to think that Loso will have an angle. And for his sake, I hope, because to beat great punchers, you need great angles if you can't punch with them. Now, I think Loso can punch, but can you punch? Can you angle enough to make them forget the consistent punching this person is? So, because we know both of them are so consistent, knock on wood. I don't think neither of them are going to fuck up or anything like that. So, yeah, give me Loso 2-1. I think every time he's doubted, anytime people think like, oh, this other, like, he just shows up and shows out, and he's a hell of a performer live too, man. So,
and the last one, man, I need your honest opinion on this one. No holding back. Chef Trez versus Real Deal.
Let me try to be as unbiased as I can, right? So, I think Trez will have some good shit. I really do. I think I'm an easy person to write for, bro. I'm an easy person to write for. I'm a school teacher. I'm a battle rapper. As I was saying,
Real Deal versus
lots of
Chef
rap
Trez,
about
man.
me, right? From school teaching to battle rap to my son's impressions. If you can't come up with good, which is ironic, because when I started battling, I was one of the hardest people to write for. I was just like a plain Jane looking white dude from Pittsburgh. Now there's a million things you can rap about me, right? So I think he'll have some good shit. I'll give him around somewhere. I mean, you know, I'll say he'll get around in there. One of them rebuttals will carry him, like, you know what I mean?
Okay. Well, this is going down next weekend. You know what I'm saying? Next Saturday. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets, man, because this is going to be a movie. You guys do not want to miss it. And if you can't be in the building, y'all get y'all pay-per-view. Now, real deal. I know, you know, everything, you know, you've been promoting, you know, everything with your pops and, you know, Justice for Charlie and everything like that. Is there anything you want to share with the culture, with the fans before, you know, we get out of here?
Yes. Let me actually piggyback on what you said. Please make sure Takeover, Kenny, Philly, they're putting a lot of money into this. A lot. Stop the bootleg bullshit. I know you can spend $45, $50, $60, whatever it is, on weed and alcohol, whatever the fuck. You can support. You know what I mean? It's the amount of free entertainment that so many of these battlers have given you, the amount of the shot in the arm that Kenny has given you, you can support. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to put that out there. Please do that. Please grab the pay-per-view. I promise you, I will not disappoint. And I know motherfuckers on this car won't. Yeah, so today I had told you I was shooting a music video. So that's off the last album, The Statue Volume 2 UPMC. It's the last video I'm going to do, but it's also imperative that this video gets out. This has a lot to do with my pops. My pops' birthday is the day before the event. So that's super fire. It's the book. So I have the book. It is edited. I just got to resend. Like, I need these to come back because the first versions I have to, this got to be told right. And when I got the first covers of the first copies, there was some just little shit I was missing, or I rambled, or whatever the case may be. I had to go back through it. I promise you, within the next month or so, the book will come out. There's a petition on my website that's over 10,000 signatures. I've been emailing the senators. Trust me, I am working behind the scenes. I just don't like to share it until something concrete happens. But we're starting in Pennsylvania. Philadelphia is part of Pennsylvania. And we're going, I'd like to go across the United States, man. I really would, in honor of my dad. So his birthday is coming up December 5th.
It's not to cut you off. Let me ask you this, right? For the fans who really just see the hat or see the shirts, but they don't really know why you're on this campaign. For those watching, this might be their first time hearing it. Can you just elaborate and give us a reason of why you're doing this and what the whole Justice for Charlie is before we get out of here?
Absolutely, man. So in September 1st of 2019, I had to pull the plug on my dad a month after he was brought in for what was told is a routine procedure. They did the procedure. Afterwards, they said, we really didn't even need to go in. He was good. So they did the procedure for no reason. The same procedure 2 weeks before they had x-rayed and said he was fine. He didn't need it. So they do this procedure. It gives him an infection. They wait and delay the treatment. This entire time, they have a well-oiled machine. They pass you around the doctors, nurses. You're confused. So my dad, in 1 month, died the worst death imaginable. And the worst part about my dad's death, and I say this, is my mom died of cancer, which is bad. But my mom knew. She was ready when she was on her way. She was only 57, but my mom was, she had said some words to me, so she was ready. My dad was terrified. And that's the worst way you can die is scared. And so my dad never knew what was going on. So anyhow, not only did they kill my dad with the infection, they then, because he was a veteran, so we got the Army Green Charlie hoodies in as well. He was 68 to 70. My dad he had insurance. Now my dad probably made $10,000 a year. My dad was, impoverished, but he was a veteran, so he was covered. So his insurance was billed for killing him $615,000. And when I peeled back the layers, I found out medical malpractice is the third leading cause of death in this country. It's above any weekend in Chicago or whatever little cute shit that they like to put out there. And you look at this, the administration we have now, Donald Trump, whatever, however you feel, this dude's homie Hulk Hogan just died apparently of medical malpractice. This motherfucker Donald Trump didn't say shit about it. That's the world we live in, right? So what I want to do is, first of all, the statute in Pennsylvania is only 2 years. So if you can't get justice in 2 years for your loved one, you're fucked. The statute for receiving stolen property is 5. So 4.5 years, you stole a TV from Target, we can come find you. 4.5 years later, we killed your mom, Sorry. And so that needs to change. Why is Minnesota 4 years? The fuck? Let's give families more time. Secondly, we need middleman institutions that aren't just lawyers, because lawyers only take slam dunks. We need somebody, a middleman institution, to sit down with families and be like, okay, let's look at some things and get you ready to see if this really was medical malpractice. Because we are so, since kindergarten, we're taught doctors make you better, police protect you. Now, the only profession nowadays that doesn't come under scrutiny as much is doctors, right? Police are eviscerated all across, which they should be. They be fucking up. Teachers, you every week there's doing new. Oh, this teacher slept with a student. This teacher da da da. Why aren't but yet medical malpractice is the third leading cause of death. That's way above people sleeping with teachers and police whatever. So we don't talk about it, and it's one of the most lucrative.
Not to 'cause I guess just to share a personal story on my friend, his father recently, I believe, had like an eye surgery or something like that, and they double dosed him with, like, I guess the morphine or whatever they had to do to put him to sleep, and he went into a coma and almost didn't wake back up. And when my friend found out, he tripped out because he's like, yo, and they didn't even realize they double dosed him. Like, just a lack of just paying attention, like almost could have killed his father.
And to sue a hospital, you need a medical examiner that will co-sign what you say, and you got to pay them. So for your friend, let's say he's like, yo, that's fucked up, we're suing. A lawyer won't even take it unless you can get a medical a lawyer will take it and then try to get a medical examiner for you. But if you want to get a medical examiner, sometimes they're $5,000. They'll look at it and they don't even have to agree with you. After the $5,000, they could be like, yeah, I don't think this was medical malpractice, but thanks for the $5,000. And if you don't think they stick together, it's wild, bro. It's the level of, and again, I'm willing to accept death. My sister's a whole nother story. That was pharmaceutical shit. But my mom passed of cancer. I get it. We're all not immortal. But anyhow, my idea is when you see this is like the Jerry West for medical malpractice. My pops is the logo. So when people see, because my pops is a goofy, fun-looking dude, they say, well, what's up with that hoodie, man? What's up with that shirt? And you can explain, hey, man, I'm supporting my man from medical malpractice. His pops, he lost his pops. Do yourself a favor. Google when you get off the computer, or you get on the computer, famous people who died of medical malpractice. You know what I'm saying? Look, Michael Jackson ain't died of cancer, did he? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, famous Joan Rivers, Kanye's mom.
I forgot the thing that they gave Michael Jackson. I forgot the name of the drug, but yeah. It was a big,
man. Like, again, but it somehow flies under the radar, man. So, anyway, that's my purpose with this whole movement, to put myself in front of my biggest purpose with battle rap now.
How do the fans or the people who's listening to this right now, how do they support? How do they voice their opinion, help out, reach out, or what would you want them to do?
So listen, I don't need no money, nothing like that, right? Like, that's, if you would like, I have things for purchase. And that's all I wear for battle raps. I have hats, beanies, hoodies, snapbacks, all of that good stuff. My website is realdealraps.com. But if you're like, man, I don't have money, whatever, there's change.org. I have the link in my Instagram. It is free. If it's like, yo, you want to donate some money, you don't have to donate.
Please send me the link too, so I can put it under this video. Continue.
Yep. And because when I spoke to senators and district people, they said the best way to get one of these movements is organically. They said it's very hard to change a statute in Pennsylvania. And I'm gonna tell you this without talking your ear off. I was talking to a gentleman that, we had a great back and forth. He said, listen, Trevor, man, I love what you're doing for your dad, but I'm gonna be honest how hard it is to change the statute. We've been trying to change the statute for years in Pennsylvania about sexual abuse of a minor. I said, who the fuck would be arguing that? He said, the Catholic Church has been fighting us tooth and nail, and we can't get the shit changed for sexual abuse of a minor. And so, it's hard, but we can make some change. I want to get in front of a platform where I can tell my dad's story. This is the start, because this covers everything from 2019 to 5 years later, and it gets ugly in this book. I didn't handle it the most gracefully. I know a lot of people see I'm out here doing, but there's a lot. Right. So as soon as this gets out, that's the next move. But again, I've merged, and that's great. But if not, tell your story, or do this. Don't sign nothing. Don't donate nothing. But if you have a loved one, especially an older one in the hospital, take a little journal and start writing down everything they tell you. Start writing down what the daily plan is. Right. I'm not saying doctors are bad people. I'm not saying they're all out here. I'm not trying to scare people. But we owe it to our older loved ones. We owe them that. There's a reason you think your mom, grandma, and dad, they don't love hospitals. They feel a certain way about them because they probably seen too many people go in and never come out. Just do them a little bit extra due diligence. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, but yeah, that's, you can reach out to me in any, and again, Charles, this is not just for my dad. This is for all of you that have hit me up. Hey man, my mom went in for your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I want my dad to be, that logo, like the Mr. Yuck sticker. Like you see that, you know that there's somebody in the trenches, there's an organization, there's people. And that's where we are with that, man.
Man, real deal. That is a powerful story, and I'm happy you was able to share that with the fans and everybody. And make sure y'all go out and support however y'all can. Tell y'all story. The link will be in the description. You know what I'm saying? For any petitions or anything that need to be signed, real deal, send it to me, and I'll make sure to have it in the description. And real deal, man, I really appreciate your time. You said you also got some music and everything coming out related with that. Is there a drop date or something? Maybe his birthday? What we looking at?
So, and just to wrap up the other people that ask me, can you sign it if you're not from? Absolutely. MF Doom was killed in a hospital in Leeds for medical malpractice. We lost MF Doom to medical malpractice in the United Kingdom. So absolutely. As far as music, my albums the series has been called The Statute. So they're all on Spotify, Apple Music. The Statute Volume 1 and 2 have come out, as well as Charlie. I'm currently working on, I have some amazing features on The Statute Volume 3. You guys are going to love. And I have a video that I just shot today. So I don't know, it's probably going to be a lot to edit. But yeah, man, my music, which I love my music more than my battles, that's all on Spotify, Apple iTunes, all that good stuff. Grab it. It's not, I don't want you to think I have like 800 tracks about like somber, my dad shit. But you know what I mean? Like I have albums, I have 6-7 albums on there dating back to 2010. So I have a lot of music, and I got an album in the works, and just staying busy, man.
Real deal, man, is here with Hip Hop is Real. So we was gonna have a real conversation, man.
Come on.
Thank you for your time and just sharing your expertise and your history with us, man. I think this was a very powerful conversation, and I can't wait to see you next weekend to see what you do on that stage. Anything else you want to leave with the fans?
I think that's it, man. I really appreciate you extending your platform, man. You have a lot of followers and a lot of reach, man. So that means, a lot that, because I see you tap in with a lot of battle rappers and whatever, and with a platform as big as yours, you can hold off for the big fish, but you show love all the way. So man, I really, really appreciate it.
And I got my justice for Charlie T. I'm gonna make sure I give me another one when I'm out there in Philly, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man. My dog. Appreciate you, man.
Always, man. Until next time, my guy. Hip Hop is Real. It's your boy Nas the God, man. We here with the realest, real deal in the building. Until next time.
Wifey straight, grandma is good busy. Whip ain't a Mercedes, but damn it looks spiffy. Hunky dory, my brothers, though that's another story. Told my niece I had her covered and she made the cover for me. I'm on the cusp of 40, maybe I still budget poorly. Drink champ, no podcast, I should've hung with Nori. I live in Green Tree, to me that's Calabasas. My son sees a phoenix, how I made it out the ashes. Kid's son Jason when he left the Dallas Mavericks. Phoenix like that, never mind, we watching Hourglass.
Yes, I know.
I love you. Peace. Hip hop gave us a voice, and let's give it a home.
It starts with supporting New York institutions like this, supporting our community, raising our community. This is where we're from. New York to the whole world. The whole world will visit this museum. We're all one hip-hop family.
Everybody can donate. The Hip Hop Museum.
I love you. Peace.
The $1, one mic, one movement.
Say good night to the bad guy.
Hey,
Come on.
we can hit the dance floor, we playing tango tag. We can slide on either side, ain't go bad. When we was young, the streets raised us, it ain't no dads. Young lions, the pride rise, not the rainbow flag.
These guys be believing them lies with all the drama. Always stood tall and never been hard to find us. We ain't caught up in designer, all the blinders. Know the goal and I'm sticking to it. Got a few soldiers up the road, we gon' get them through it all for one. Or it's nothing, ain't no pick and choosing. I ain't frontin' with this pole, I'ma lift and shoot it. Model, being real in my city's tough pill to swallow. Gotta put a body on your gun and say you did it. Cause if you don't, nigga gon' think, hey, ain't with it. I got caught, went to court with it, gotta quit it. Nigga still call you a pussy, make you relive it.